When people first see 77-year-old Abdul Waheed, few believe his age. With his strong body, energy, and confident movements, he looks like time is just passing him by. Abdul trains in the gym, works with weights, monitors nutrition, and remains active at an age when many are already afraid to overload the body once again. But the most interesting thing is that his approach to youth is not associated with extremes. No miracle secrets. Only habits that really help the body stay strong and resilient even after decades. Therefore, watch it to the end. There will be many useful and unexpected things in this video that can completely change your attitude towards age and health. One of the main reasons why Abdul looks younger than his years is that he has not stopped loading his body. Most people after 50 begin to live as if the body needs to be constantly protected. They move less, avoid exertion, and stop developing muscles. But the problem is that the body adapts very quickly to inactivity. Muscles begin to disappear, joints become less mobile, posture deteriorates, and energy levels drop. Abdul does the opposite. It is especially important that he loves strength training. And this is a huge plus for longevity. Many people still think that strength exercises are needed only for the sake of big muscles. But in fact, after 40 to 50 years of age, strength becomes a matter of quality of life. The fewer muscles a person has, the faster the body ages. Weak muscles impair metabolism, reduce endurance, and even affect the level of inflammation in the body. And strength training helps maintain bone density, protects joints, and supports the hormonal system. At the same time, Abdul trains very intelligently. This is the most important moment. He's not trying to prove to anyone that he's capable of working himself to exhaustion. He knows the measure. And this is what distinguishes a person who trains for youth from a person who simply destroys himself for the sake of ego. Many people make the mistake of coming to the gym and starting to work as if they want to make up for all the lost years in a month. But the body after 50 does not forgive thoughtless overload. Abdul understands that stability is more important than records. He uses a sports belt and bondage when working with heavy weights. Some consider this a weakness. In fact, this is a sign of a mature approach. Youth is not recklessness. Youth is the ability to remain functional for many years. Protecting your joints, spine, and ligaments is an investment in your future body. If you exercise, especially after 40, stop treating the warm-up and technique as something secondary. Very often people age not because they have come of age too early, but because they have accumulated too many injuries. Another habit of Abdul, which seems like a small thing, but in fact has a strong effect on health. He takes breaks between sets and does not turn the workout into chaos. Many people think that a good workout is when you barely crawl out of the gym alive. But the body needs a balance between exercise and recovery. It is during rest that the muscles adapt, the nervous system calms down, and the body learns to become stronger. Chronic overwork ages faster than many bad habits. It is also very important that Abdul often trains with his friends. At first glance, it's just a pleasant company, but in fact, social activity is directly related to longevity. People who retain communication, support, and a sense of belonging to their surroundings age more slowly psychologically and physically. When a person isolates himself, his motivation to move, take care of himself, and develop decreases faster. Joint training is not only a discipline, it is also a powerful prevention of internal aging. Pay attention to one interesting thing. Abdul does not live in constant stress due to age. He doesn't act like a person who counts down the remaining time every day. On the contrary, he continues to live actively. And this is a very important psychological principle. Many people begin to age precisely when they mentally allow themselves to become old. They stop trying new things, stop moving with interest, stop feeling the excitement of life, and the body is very closely related to thinking. Another important secret of Abdul is nutrition. He keeps an eye on his diet, and there are a lot of vegetables in his diet. But here, it is important to understand not only the fact of eating vegetables, but the approach as a whole. His diet is not like endless rigid diets. He doesn't live in a food punishment regime. His diet helps the body to work easier. Vegetables provide fiber, aid digestion, support intestinal microflora, and reduce chronic inflammation, which is considered one of the main mechanisms of aging. By the way, one of the most underestimated habits for youth is not to overeat in the evening. Many people literally force the body to work at night when it needs to recover. Try at least a few times a week to make a light dinner 3 to 4 hours before bedtime. After a couple of weeks, you will notice that it is easier to wake up in the morning. The heaviness in the body has decreased and additional energy has appeared. Another thing that can be noticed about people like Abdul is that they don't live in a constant race for comfort. Modern man simplifies his life too much. Elevator instead of stairs, car instead of walking, a chair instead of movement. The body begins to degrade when the need to strain disappears. Abdul continues to use the body for its intended purpose, and this is a very important thought. Movement is not a separate part of life. This is a condition in which the body generally retains its youth. It is also interesting how he treats age psychologically. His principle is very simple. Do what you want, because life is short, and appreciate every moment. But this is not about a chaotic life without rules. Rather, it's about refusing to put yourself off for later. Many people have been living in standby mode for years. When it gets easier, I'll start living. But life rarely gets easier on its own. Abdul, judging by his lifestyle, realized this a long time ago. It is also useful to pay attention to the usual daily mobility, not just the gym. Centenarians are rarely completely immobile. They walk a lot, move around the house, and don't spend the whole day sitting. Even the simple habit of walking 7,000 to 10,000 steps a day can significantly affect the health of the heart, blood vessels, and energy levels. The most amazing thing is that many of his habits are accessible to almost everyone. It is not necessary to lift huge weights. You don't have to live in a gym. Another thing is much more important. To give the body regular movement, not to start muscles, not to turn life into endless sitting, and stop thinking that age automatically deprives a person of energy and strength. Friends, what do you think about this man? Write your opinion in the comments. If this video was useful to you, then please like it and share the link with those who might find it particularly useful. We also recommend watching this video, which has now appeared on your screen.